I decided that when I started doing my art, I would sign it Dr. X, so nobody would know who did the work. And I realized there was another Dr. X out there, so I added Bob to it and started signing my artwork. That way nobody could give me any crap if they didn't like my work. They wouldn't know who it was. It's kind of interesting how you, different styles I've seen, reasons why people did the art that they do, what caused their life to change, some traumatic experience in their life or something really good in their life. I inspired a young man to paint. And he's got muscular dystrophy, and he's got all these problems. And he walked across America. So here we got a saying in the shop, what would Hank Holland do when you're up against the wall, you know? I went looking for him yesterday, matter of fact. Thought he might be on Jackson Square. He's got a whole, I think at 40 he started painting. That's about when I did. Started doing this artwork, you know? And man, it's just so cool seeing somebody. Well, he sent me an email first. I seen his artwork in an art gallery, and I went to telling this other artist, I said, man, look at this guy's stuff, you know? It really impressed me. There's something about it, you know? Well, he was, with his handicap, he was teased as a kid and bullied. And he lived in South Louisiana, and his father built him a beautiful tree house so he could escape his tormentors. So when he took to painting, he didn't, you know, you got to find yourself. Well, he found himself painting in the trees. So everything's, he rose above the torment. And he texted me yesterday. Sorry. I get emotional over this kid because he called me, told me how much he loved me. And what a difference that made in his life. And I can only imagine what the hell he's gone through in his life, you know. But he's a powerful, powerful person, man. I'm glad he's my friend. That's what I do. I make friends doing this. Well, as we know, New Orleans is a dirty city. The state of Louisiana is littered up like no place I've ever been, and it's just really sad, from Pampers in the parking lot to trash on the roads. And along with the trash, there was some pretty good stuff thrown out too, you know, all the time. So I was constantly gleaning through what I saw that I could maybe use. When I moved in this building, it was an empty building, and I filled it up pretty good with found objects. And each piece in here is going somewhere. It's got a direction to a finished product. Although many pieces are scattered about, I know exactly what I want to do with them. And from antique ceiling tiles that were in vogue 20 years ago, I was taking them out of buildings in Memphis. A lot of my wood, doors, shutters, things like that, then I'll go out in the swamp and get sinker cypress or one of the best schools in the nation's right across the street from me, NOCA, New Orleans School for Creative Arts. I think they have to sign a contract to keep a 50-foot wide berth from Dr. Bob's studio and his whole block. Those kids dying to come in here and look, and the teacher, I've invited them a million times, and I think they're afraid I'm gonna unlearn them, because I never had no art lessons, and these kids are over there getting drilled and thrilled with, you know, nurtured, awesome school, man. Almost every aspect of education's going on over there.